You've got that ideal career in mind. Well, West Georgia Technical College specializes in preparing you for great careers. Call today and find out how we can help you fit education into your busy lifestyle.
Good morning. I'm Perrin Alford, the Provost of West Georgia Technical College here in LaGrange. This morning we're going to be talking to Creighton Kelly, and Mr. Kelly is our Director of Instruction, and he's going to give us all kinds of fascinating information about our courses and the transferability of some of our courses, so stay tuned. I'm Perrin Alford, Provost of West Georgia Technical College here in LaGrange, Georgia. Welcome to Technically Speaking. This morning we have Mr. Creighton Kelly with us, and Mr. Kelly is the Director of Instruction on our campus in LaGrange, and that means he's got a big job when he comes to work every morning. So, Mr. Kelly, tell the audience out here a little bit about yourself, what your background is, how long you've been in education, and just some general stuff so they'll have a better idea who Mr. Creighton Kelly is.
Good. Thank you, Perrin. It's good to be here this morning. I'm a product of what we're attempting to do at West Georgia Tech. I am a two-year college graduate with an AA degree that transferred to Clemson University and pursued engineering. That AA degree was essential for me to make that transfer to Clemson. And then I studied at LaGrange College for my master's in business after a 30-year career with Millikan, going through the engineering ranks and then into the manufacturing ranks and then into the business world and managing a business with Millikan. Have moved into the educational field here at West Georgia Tech, and I am the Director of Instruction, which basically means that I supervise the faculty on the LaGrange campus for the West Georgia Technical College. And we're delighted with our offering at the college. We think the timing of how we have structured this to have students come in and take certificates, diploma, and degree programs is essential. We've been recognized now more fully with the Board of Regents in the fact that they've added more schools to our transfer curriculum. And now we have 27 courses that can be taken at West Georgia Technical College that will transfer seamlessly to the Board of Regents colleges in the state of Georgia. So we're delighted with that activity, and we think we're a great value in the community, not only from the technical side, but as well as the community college type concept as well. So I'm delighted to be here, and hope we have some good information for you today.
Wow, that's a mouthful you've just said. We're going to touch on a lot of that stuff in a lot more detail as we go through the program this morning. But I'm always interested when I talk to any of my faculty or Mr. Kelly. I always like to ask him, and I'm probably going to put him on the spot here, but I'll see how good he does. Do you have any interesting graduate stories that you can tell us of people who've come to West Georgia Tech, who have left the college with their either certificate, diploma, or associate degree, and who've gone on to bigger and better things? Have you got an interesting story you can tell us?
Oh, I do. They are frequent and abundant. But the most recent story was actually discovered last night with a student from our electronics program that pursued the degree. He went to Delta because he's looking to make a job change now that he does have his degree. And he thought he was making an entry-level application. It turned out to be a technician's job to work on the aircraft. A very comprehensive and grueling test that took several hours, 5 stages. It included troubleshooting electrical diagrams, making diagnosis of events that happened to make a determination of action to be taken. And he was competing with several Delta mechanics that had been on duty for many years and had experience in the field. He claims that his education at West Georgia Tech and the grueling agenda put forth by Mr. Gerald Weibel and Mr. Jim Biaggi prepared him well for that test. He passed all 5 stages and walked out with the job. So, and he says that his degree made it possible for him to be considered for that job. So there's a great notion that wrapping your education into a package of an AAAS degree makes a huge difference.
Wow. And I'm sure if we had time, and perhaps this is another topic for another show, to just come with some students like that young man, and there's, as you've already said, an abundance of students out there who are have come to West Georgia Tech, who have got the training, completed the coursework, and now who have gone on to get fabulous jobs.
That's correct.
And I'm assuming this
well-paying jobs.
Well-paying jobs as well. I'm assuming this is Delta Airlines.
Delta the airline.
Because a lot of folks around here call themselves Delta something, but this is Delta Airlines.
Working on aircraft.
So that is a phenomenal job with a phenomenal company with great benefits, salary, retirements, all those kind of things. That is exactly what we're talking about at West Georgia Technical College. That is a great story and example of what happens if you come to West Georgia Technical College and you let us work with you and you let us help you get you prepared, learn the skills you need to go out and get those great jobs.
That's correct.
One morning I was driving to work, and I've never told you this, but I wrote down a little scenario here of an incident that happened and all the ways that West Georgia Technical College students or graduates impact a scenario. And I don't really know why I did this, but I think it is a great way to kind of demonstrate the impact that we have on the community. And so here's what I jotted down. A hypothetical situation, I'm on the way to work, minding my own business. A car runs through a stop sign, hits me or hits anyone, I'll use me as an example, and I'm slightly injured. Thank goodness not seriously injured. But here is in the kind of sequence of what would happen, what would take place, and then how it all ties back to West Georgia Tech. A 911 call is made. When that call is sent to the 911 center, it's going to be answered, by probably a BAT graduate, a business, office technology graduate. Well, that person probably was trained at West Georgia Tech. Police, ambulance, EMTs, all those people arrive on the scene. The EMTs probably have been trained at West Georgia Tech. The fire trucks will arrive. They're probably fire science graduates and were trained at West Georgia Tech. On that fire truck, there's a paramedic. That paramedic was probably trained at West Georgia Tech. The police who are on the scene to investigate the crime, well, it's not a crime scene, the accident scene, they were probably trained at West Georgia Tech.
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. When the EMTs take you to the hospital, you're going to arrive at the hospital, and the first people that are going to see you is going to probably be an LPN or an RN, and they were probably trained at West Georgia Tech. I might have a broken bone or whatever. They're going to take me from the emergency room to the x-ray area. They're going to bring in a rad tech person to x-ray my potentially broken bone, and they were trained at West Georgia Tech. As the incident is brought to a close, they release the patient, in this example me, to go back to my work or whatever is going to happen. All the records have to be transcribed because they have to be put in databases in case, well, insurance issues, all these kind of issues, and that medical transcriptionist was probably trained at West Georgia Tech.
And let me add right there that we're fielding a new program in the fall, HIT management, which is Health Information Technology.
Okay.
And they will be the people that will manage all the abundance of data, your records for your life in that program. It's a brand new program for the campus. It's been fielded a year ago at our northern campus in Waco, and it's an exciting addition for us this fall. So, and we're in the registration period now.
Okay.
So joining that HIT program is an essential component of the future,
right? Because
that's where all of this technology is headed.
Another great example of the healthcare field, which is booming, which if you're looking for a job, a dynamite place to think about getting into this healthcare field and career, because tons of jobs out there in that field. Let me continue my example. Let's say that I had to have blood work drawn while I was in the emergency room. A phlebotomy technician comes in to draw that blood out of my arm, and that person was probably trained
West Georgia Tech.
The machine to operate and function correctly, all of the mechanical machines in the emergency room, it could be RadTech equipment, it could be whatever equipment. We have an electronics program at West Georgia Tech, and that equipment probably is maintained by a West Georgia Tech graduate. And I could go on and on. I could do this in industry. The carpet that is in your office, if you're watching this, or in your home, the mechanical people to keep those machines running here in LaGrange, the carpet machines, perhaps the automotive machines at Kia and all those Tier 2 and Tier 3 suppliers, those maintenance techs were probably trained
West Georgia
Tech, and boy, the accounting processes that go on to send the bills out and to receive the bills and to pay all the bills and keep all that paper flowing, those accounting people were probably trained
West Georgia Tech.
And I could go on and on and on. What I'm telling you is West Georgia Technical College is a phenomenal place for you to come, be trained, and to get some of these great jobs that are out there available right now. And you and I talk about this all the time. While there is certainly a rough economy right now, we're certainly not anywhere near where we want to be as far as the state economy. But are there jobs out there, Mr. Kelly?
We are fielding calls every day, particularly for the trade area jobs. Truck drivers are in great demand. We just need more students. Welding, the industry here local to LaGrange is abundant with needs for welders. We need students, and those are two critical areas that have presented themselves. However, the healthcare area as well, looking for phlebotomists, LPNs, RNs, HIT personnel, and then we go into our business management area. People that are trained in management techniques, management processes, things like continuous improvement, statistical process control. Those things are in high demand for managing the areas that we have. And we have a high demand for not only residential, but technicians at the hospitals and the industry for air conditioning. And our air conditioning program supplies those.
There are jobs out there, and those jobs, the ones you're specifically talking about, anything related to industry or the technical skill trade areas, do those careers pay very, very high wages?
They pay well. They pay well.
So as we go on, we're about to go to a break here, but let me give you our telephone number and our web address. The telephone number is 706-845-4323. Our web address is www.westgatech.edu. So that's www.westgatech.edu. If you want to get in touch with anybody at the college, you can go via webpage or telephone, and we'll work with you, and we'll get you every bit of information you need to get on the West Georgia Technical College bandwagon and help get trained for all these great jobs that are available out in our community. We'll be right back.
You've got that ideal career in mind. Well, West Georgia Technical College specializes in preparing you for great careers. Call today and find out how we can help you fit education into your busy lifestyle.
I'm Perrin Alford, Provost at West Georgia Technical College, and this morning we're talking to Mr. Creighton Kelly. And Mr. Kelly has been at West Georgia Technical College now for several years. How many years have you been with us?
7.
7 years. Currently, Mr. Kelly is our Director of Instruction at the college, which means he deals with all the faculty issues, curriculum issues, policies and procedures dealing with faculty, and keeping a lot of paperwork straightened out. He's got a busy day every day when he shows up at West Georgia Tech. We've been talking a little bit about all the potential jobs that are available in our industrial park right now. Even though we know the economy is a little shaky, still a lot of jobs out there, and obviously that is our job. We are an economic development entity. So what we do at West Georgia Tech is train folks in a very quick, efficient fashion to go out and get these jobs that are out in the industry. I like data. So what I did before I left this morning was I went and pulled some information about jobs that are available in our area, and everything I pull gets back to, and this is, by the way, from the Georgia Department of Labor, hot careers up until the year 2018. As far as associate degrees, which we have at West Georgia Tech, radiologic technology and technicians tops the list. Registered nurses is always top on the list. We offer both of those programs at West Georgia Tech. So again, you never want to make a decision to kind of follow a path that leads to no job. As an example, I have a close personal friend who went to 4 years of college and graduated with a philosophy degree. Now, Mr. Kelly, last time you checked the newspaper, were there a lot of jobs out there for philosophers?
There's a lot of applicants for the one job I saw.
Yeah, well, so as an example, even though if that's your career passion or whatever, certainly that's what you need to follow, what you have passion to do. But as an example, not a lot of philosophy jobs out there. There are a lot of registered nursing jobs, maintenance jobs, office jobs, all this kind of stuff. The DOL says those are the hot jobs of the future. I recently attended a Go Build Georgia conference, and that is a new initiative from Governor Deal. And as I went through the PowerPoint presentation, some things just jump out at you. So I'll read you very quickly some of these bullet points. 1, America's highly skilled industrial workers are aging, and there are not enough young people entering the workplace to replace those retiring workers. Some challenges. 185,000 new skilled tradesmen are needed every year in Georgia. 185,000. 1 in 4. For every 4 tradespeople who are retiring, the industry is producing 1 to replace them. The average skilled construction salary pays 27% more than the Georgia citizens' average salary. So an abundance of jobs are becoming available, 1, because the industry and our economy is picking up a little bit, but 2, because there's so many retiring folks who put in their 30 years who are leaving the workforce. Top 10 hardest jobs to fill in the U.S., and this is from Governor Deal's office. Accounting is in the top 5. IT staff. What does IT stand for, Mr. Kelly?
Information technology.
Do we have an information technology program at West Georgia Tech?
We absolutely do, including a computer information systems program, and they prepare students for networking, for programming of devices.
What about networking? Everything's network today. Do we have any people that deal with networking skills?
Yes, they deal with servers, networking, cloud technology, as far as storing information in a cloud that's accessible to multiple devices, yes.
Well, that's on this list from the governor's office, by the way. This isn't Mr. Alford making this up. This is from the governor's office. This is data that's out there. Another hard-to-fill job in the top 10, secretarial work. Again, so many people are retiring out of the workforce. Do we have any skills training to help people who want to be secretaries, office assistants, personal assistants, and that kind of stuff?
Those come out of our Business Administrative Technology program, and it's an intense program that prepares them for everything they need to do on a computer, and some specialization such as medical coding, those type of applications that would apply directly to a position that would be considered secretarial or administrative in nature, yes.
Okay, the last of the top 10 from the governor's office, machinist and machine operators. Wow, do we have anything that deals with that at West Georgia Tech that can train folks?
We absolutely do. We have a machine tool program at our Carrollton campus, but our machinery program, our industrial mechanical group, trains students in the application of mechanical devices. That would include some robotics that are essential to the industrial workplace today, and I think we all know that Kia and the suppliers use an incredible amount of robotics, so they learn kinetics, they learn linkages, they learn articulation, and they learn what happens on the end of that robot, whether that be welding or some other application of process to the industry.
Okay, now I have saved, I should say, the most in-demand job over the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years in Georgia. I haven't thrown that out there yet. Mr. Kelly, let's see how good you are. Do you have any idea what the most in-demand job in the state of Georgia is with industrial type jobs or skill jobs that we would train you for at West Georgia Tech. You have any idea what that might be?
Well, based on our demand, I would venture that that's probably a truck driver.
Again, that's not Mr. Alford and Mr. Kelly. That's data from the state. Truck driving is an unbelievably in-demand job over the next 5 to 10 years. Do we have anything at West Georgia Tech that could help someone to be a truck driver?
We have a comprehensive 220-hour program that's recognized by most of the, all of the truck driving companies around. It prepares a student for not only the knowledge of the road, the knowledge of the equipment, but we spend a lot of time on the range preparing them to back the truck, move the truck, safety concerns while you're managing a load, what to do if you get in a difficult situation. And it's a very critical program that we license at the end. Yes, and again, there is a huge demand. A truck driver can walk out of our program and make $50,000 to $80,000 depending on the where they want to drive. So there's a great opportunity there for truck drivers.
Wow. Okay. Again, if we haven't impressed upon you the need to come to West Georgia Technical College, one, because we're going to train you in skills that are in demand, and we're going to do this in a very quick, concise, and efficient manner. Does it take 4 or 5 years to get through West Georgia Technical College?
Absolutely not. Most programs are completed in less than 2 years. Some programs, like the truck driving, you can get out of the door in less than a semester. So
what you're telling me, and how long is a semester? Let me ask that question first.
Semester is 15 weeks.
So you're telling me I can come to West Georgia Tech, I can get in the truck driving program, I can go to school in less than 15 weeks, and there's an in-demand job for me that can pay up to $35,000 to $80,000.
That's correct. That's correct.
Wow. I expect our phones to be ringing off the hook at West Georgia Technical College this afternoon or whenever you're watching this television show. Let's quickly talk about transferability of courses. That is a huge thing that's going on right now in technical education, and that really ties back to students who want to come to West Georgia Tech for 2 years and then transfer. The general core is, I guess, a term that needs to be kind of explained. General core simply means all the stuff you take that is like general information, math, English, psychology, any of the humanities courses, foreign languages, art appreciation, music appreciation, all of those kind of courses. What's happened recently in the state that's made just is a game changer for our students at West Georgia Tech?
Well, the good news is the state has now put into play for an additional 10 courses to be added to the list of transferable courses to the Board of Regents colleges. So to put that simply, you can come to West Georgia Tech and take your core from those 27 courses that are recognized and move them from West Georgia Tech seamlessly to a Board of Regents college. We are an accredited college. We're recognized as instructional capable for those courses, and you can come here if you're local. It's a great value, and our tuition rates are enormously more attractive than the Board of Regents colleges at the moment, and get your core courses put to bed and move forward. And if I can just quickly add that there's a lot of articulation, which means that we have forged an agreement with other colleges. Our most recent articulation agreement was with University of West Georgia for our criminal justice program. So you can take your core courses at West Georgia, you can take these courses at West Georgia and in the criminal justice area, and they will transfer seamlessly to the University of West Georgia, leading to your 4-year degree in criminal justice. And
just let me give you some more statistics this morning that are really important for you. These are factual data here. This is stuff that you can go out on the web and check. I've got some comparisons between what our tuition and fee structure is against other comparable institutions. Southern Polytech, tuition and fees, nearly $4,000. Valdosta State, $3,300. University of West Georgia, $3,300. Columbus State, about $3,200. Clayton State, about $3,000. The Gordon College, a little 2-year, I think still 2-year, $1,800 thereabouts. Darton College, about $1,800. Georgia Highlands, about $1,700. And then there's West Georgia Tech. Our tuition and fees, $1,320 roughly. So a huge savings if you'll simply consider coming to West Georgia Tech, spending a couple of years with us, then transferring to that 4-year school, and you'll end up saving anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 if you were willing to do that. So I say all that to say this, that West Georgia Technical College is just an unbelievably great value, an educational value. Not only are we training you for jobs that are in demand, we're doing it quickly, efficiently, effectively. We're accredited by the same accrediting institutions that accredit Georgia, West Georgia, Valdosta State. So the academic rigor is there. You will be unbelievably prepared once you transfer to those 4-year institutions if you'll simply come to West Georgia Tech, save that money, and then transfer and complete your 2 years at another institution. Lots more we could talk about this morning. Our time's already gone. We'll be back soon and talk a little bit probably more in detail about all these transfer courses and tell you exactly what the courses are. But a lot of great information that you need to know about this transferability of our coursework from West Georgia Tech now to these Board of Regents schools. West Georgia Technical College. Call us, let us help you. The number is 706-845-4323. The web address is www.westgatech.edu. Thanks for joining us this morning, and we'll see you next time on Technically Speaking.
You've got that ideal career in mind. Well, West Georgia Technical College specializes in preparing you for great careers. Call today and find out how we can help you fit education into your busy lifestyle.